Chris, 3 wins from 3, but how much of a step up on this weekend against Wigan?
Yeah, it's never really a good time to play Wigan. Even more so this week, coming off the back of a loss against Warrington. So knowing Sean like I do, he'll have these guys fired up and he'll want a response from his team. We won't read too much into who's playing and who's not playing. Again, we'll focus on what we've been doing well these last few weeks, and that's pretty much us. We've kept hold of the ball. We've completed over 80% the last 3 games that we've played, and we've won all 3. And we're looking to do the same again this weekend.
It's been a fantastic start, but with Easter coming at the worst possible time for you, how much have you been able to do out on the field in terms of changing things?
You can't really change too much the way that you play. You can tweak a few things and try and find a few little gains here and there, but we've not really been able to do too much with the guys over the Easter period. It's just all about recovery, and we actually cancelled a session the other day, or an afternoon session the other day, just because the guys were looking a little bit fatigued, and we sent them off for a swim at the pool and recovery there. But they're coming today, on the toes, bouncing and ready to go. We'll look at probably putting a little bit more structure in after the Sheffield game, where we've got a 9-day turnaround before we come up against Hull. But what we've done with the ball, these last few games I've been really pleased with.
I'm going to say, when you do get the chance to put some stuff in place, how excited about the potential of this group and how much better they can get?
Yeah, there's a hell of a lot of quality. I believe we've got one, in terms of depth, the best squad. That we've been very fortunate with injuries. We didn't pick any over Easter, and again I'm having to have the tough conversations with players to let them know that they're not going to be involved, and try and keep their spirits up that way. It's we've just been fortunate that we've not picked any injuries up over that Easter period, and I've been able to freshen the team up over Easter, and I'll look at doing that again tomorrow.
I imagine you always look forward to games against Wigan as well. You had some good years there, didn't you?
Yeah, I had 2.5 really good years. I met a lot of good people there, and there's a lot of people still there at the club, and I learned a lot about myself as a player. Fortunate enough to play in a couple of grand finals there. Yes, we lost both grand finals, but just the experience of walking out at Old Trafford, certainly one of the highlights of my career. So yeah, it'd be nice to see certain people from the Wigan club, and I've got a lot of respect for Sean Wayne, who's been a great help to me over this my short time as a head coach.
People are starting to sit up and take notice of this group after 3 straight wins. What would a win against Wigan suggest about your squad?
Well, I think what it suggests is we're a good rugby league side, and they're starting to believe that. The fans are seeing the effort and the commitment on the field for 80 minutes, and that's all as a coach that I can ask. And we just need to make sure that we keep on improving, and if we can keep improving, then we can keep winning. Then I'll be a happy man. But we're not getting ahead of ourselves. It's another massive challenge this week that we're more than capable of getting a result, but we need another step up on last week's performance.
Tom Johnston's grabbing a few headlines at the moment. How pleased have you been with the way he's going about his business?
Yeah, young Tom's going well. He's scoring some tries, but what pleases me more is the tries that he's saving as well. And against Leeds, he won us the game with the efforts to get back. Held 2 guys up over the line. I think Zachy Hardacre and Jamie Jones Buchanan, and that's pleasing. That's pleasing for me. But I think it's been a 17 man effort these last 3-4 weeks to get us the results, and it's going to take another collective effort to get a win on Sunday against Wigan.
With Tom being a product of the club's academy, I mean, we've probably not had as many breakthroughs in the first team as they'd liked in recent years. Do you think it sends a good message to the 16 and 17-year-olds that if you apply yourself the right way, you're going to get a chance and you can definitely make it in first grade?
Yeah, definitely. They'll get an opportunity underneath. If they're playing well in the academy, then they'll get an opportunity to play. We've shown with Max Jowett, we've shown with Tom Johnson that we're not afraid to throw them in. We've just signed young James Batchelor on a full-time deal, and he's probably the most exciting player I've seen in a long time in terms of what he's capable of and the improvements that we can make make on him as a player. And the future of the Wakefield club is looking pretty rosy at this moment in time. The academy are doing very, very well, and Mick Hill and Mark Applegarth are doing a really fantastic job in the coaching there of the young kids. So I'm pleased that there is a lot of good young talent. That's always been the case. It's always been the case over the years. It's the problem's been trying to keep hold of this talent. And, I'll make sure that we don't lose the Max Jowetts and Tom Johnsons of this world to the so-called bigger clubs.
Just finally on the squad this weekend, you mentioned everyone's fit and healthy. It's going to be tough to leave some people out after the last few weeks.
Yeah, it is, but there's a lot of players there that have played a lot of minutes as well, so I've got to try and freshen the squad up some way or another. Anthony Tupou will definitely play. He's trained all week, he's passed his fitness test at the start of the week, he's had a full week with the guys, and he's looking good in training, so Tupou is definitely playing. And it's you need your big name players playing against the big clubs, and I'm looking forward to seeing Tupou. He's been a little bit unfortunate with that groin, but the boys have done okay without him. But yeah, I've got a couple of tough decisions to make, but that's part of my job. That's part of my job as a head coach. I've got to make these tough decisions, and I've got to do what I think is the best for the team.
Is it exciting coming into the game as the underdog?
I think Wakefield are underdogs every time they step out to the field. So these guys have been written off the last three or four games, and we've come up with 3 really good results, and we want to make that four results this week. We don't listen to outside influences. We don't listen to the press or the Sky commentators that write us off every week. We know as a collective group that we're a good group of players that want to work hard for each other, and that's been evident the last 3 or 4 weeks.
And that must build your team spirit and your resilience as well. That kind of us against the world mentality.
Yeah, the team spirit's there to be seen. I keep mentioning Nick Schuten's tackle there, on Michael Dobson last week. That for me just typifies what we're all about. And, these guys want to work hard for each other. They don't want to let each other down. And they're a good group of players to work with, and they're a close group as well.